Hey folks, it's Frithgar here, how you doing? Welcome back to Factorio and our Bat Challenge. That is the Bob's Angels 1000 Challenge. I've done all my little catch-up, at least for now. We'll do more catch-up later, but we don't need to worry about it for a minute. So I have currently got this being put in here. We've got lots of nickel plate. We've already got nearly one large warehouse full of the stuff. We want to come over this way, and we want to be making that. So we go back into here. We've got the, not the cathode, sorry. It's the anode in there, which needs the zinc oxide and the tinned copper wire. Of course, yeah, we don't need zinc plates. Alright, yeah, my bad. I forgot about that bit. So I need the tinned copper wire. So we've got the copper wire. Now, we've boosted the production of that, which means that we should have also boosted the production of the tinned wire as well. So we've got a constant stream of copper wire running down here. That's coming from over this way. It's running around from over here like this. A continual, never-ending stream of the stuff coming from there, down here, and there it is. That's where it's coming from. It's running its way all the way through there. We can go up here, we can, and that sort of joins together onto a belt there. This one splits apart to do the electronics. And then the other copper is coming down through there. So we've got this copper up here, which is absolutely stuffed full. Everything is running into here. The only issue that we might have is that we're still not producing copper fast enough. Like, it does look like we're producing the stuff fast, but we're using up reserves. And we haven't, in the grand scheme of things, got much in the way of reserves. So, I mean, if we look in over this way, I'm building up a surplus in there. This belt here is now emptied out because this one is now starting to empty out because we're keeping that full. So, we need to be able to empty these belts out so that we can properly use all of this up. But I don't actually need to worry about that too much because I'm not at any point having an excess of copper in here. So despite the fact that these three are struggling to unload, the rest of them are able to unload on the belt. So that's not causing us a problem. So despite the fact that we're building up a little bit of a surplus in this one right here, we're not building a surplus overall. And what I can do is I can just add a couple of those in there to speed up the transfer away from this container here, which will help to keep that full over that side. At least that's what I'm hoping. That's kind of like the plan here. Yeah, alright. Tinned copper wire, let's go and have a look. This is the big thing that I'm wanting now, and it's still the big thing in here. Like, I'm still not producing anywhere near enough tinned copper wire. Also, I seem to have a problem with solder. There's the tinned copper wire coming in. It's definitely not coming through fast enough. So we've also got, there's not a lot of solder. See the solder right there? So that comes in from this line over here. I go on up this way. Tinned copper wire and solder. Solder is coming down this direction. It's coming from over here. We step up. We go back over there. There's the solder coming in from over here. It comes from that chest right there. And it's not coming in to that bit. So all I'm doing at the moment is using up the last little bit of solder that I've got in storage. Which means that my solder production I've got here somewhere, that's pulling tin out. So solder is up here. Where's the solder? It's over this side. There's the solder. And that's not working because what's happened to the lead? Oh, right, okay, right. Solder has stopped because the rubite, I thought maybe we'd run out of rubite, which is really bad because we don't have any more. How much rubite have we got left? We've still got 2 million. We don't have more rubite on any of these islands. Like, there's 140 million over there, which is going to be helpful. There's 170. There's 270. 275. But yeah, in the meantime, I don't have any. These seem to be advancing further and further up here. I'm hoping they cannot actually get across there, because if they can, we are in deep doo-doo. Rubite. There's bobmonium there. There's crotinium there. There's bobmonium there. There is no rubite. There is, I believe, one little bit of rubite on one of these islands that was like just the tiniest little smidgen of the stuff. There. Rubite. 121,000. Which is nothing. On the scheme of things that we have right here, that 121,000 is quite literally nothing. It's no good to us at all, really. Where is... okay, we need to go over here, and it's the stone that we've got right in here. This is our problem at the moment. We need to open this up. So what has happened? We've got stone in there. We've got crushed stone that goes through into that one, this one right here. You take crushed stone out of there, and that turns it into stone. And we have normal stone go onto this belt over this side, which goes onto the belts over here. That heads down to be smelted. Basically, the whole thing is going through to be smelted. So, I guess, in order to just start things moving a little bit, we could put a new landfill production in here. So if I just go into there, and I take... where's landfill? Could do with a bit of landfill in here. We've got copper cable, we've got copper plates, things in there. It's not going to be that. Bioprocessing, this one? No. There it is. Landfill. We want that one right there. So we will put down... I've got 11 warehouses right here. I haven't actually got room to put a warehouse here apart from right underneath that one. So I will plonk a warehouse right there like that. And then I will also go and put one of those down underneath it. So I've got a big lot of storage right here. That one can drop down there. I can put a power pole in here. And I can also put a power pole there. Then we'll put this one in over here. That's going to drop down by one character is in the way. We'll put you here. It's going to be one in feed and one out feed. Actually, we'll do 2 in feeds on this one. So why not? And we go to landfill right there. So that's going to start taking stone out of that bit, which in turn will take the crushed stone out of here. This is going to process, turn into other stuff. Now, problem here is actually I don't want it to use up quite that fast. So we'll just take one of these. Although that one inserter there is still fast enough to use up all the stone that is coming away, which means that I won't have a top-up of stone coming in over there, which is a little bit of a problem. I do have a slow in-feed of rubite ore coming through here, but really I could do with that being a little bit quicker. Which means that I could probably do with another warehouse with crushed stone in here. Because our problem is that I need all of this to be working so that I've got the lead situation being taken care of, which in turn will produce the solder that we're using. And we're using up a lot of solder. Okay, so I've done the stack inserter right there. I can go with another stack inserter capacity bonus, which will give us another +1, which I think is actually worth researching. So we will do that one a minute. Let that one run through as well. And I have a look down through this way. Everything seems alright up there. It looks like we are actually getting enough rubite coming through to provide us with the lead that we want for this process. So, yeah, I'd say that bit was probably all right. So it's still the tinned. I need the tinned copper wire. I need to deal with tinned copper wire, and the issue that we've got with tinned copper wire is there's still not really enough copper coming through. Like, I've got a supply of copper coming into there, but that's not enough. So really, I'm either going to want to strip this lot out here, strip more of it, improve this, or I want to build a new smelting facility up over on the other patch to replace the last few furnaces and that we've got over that way. That's going to get us the extra copper that we need to deal with making enough tinned copper wire. Although, when we look around the map, we can see now everything is actually built back. Yeah, but even though it is built back, we still want to... We want to get rid of this archaic system that we've got right here. This is no good. We don't want to keep this. This is no good to us at all. We cannot continue to live like this. This is terrible. So I'm just going to, first of all, drop that there like that. Get rid of that bit. Okay, I've got a little bit of coal on me. And I will get rid of that one and that one like that. I will then take a warehouse right here. Get rid of them. That power pole can go. Move it back up a little bit, and then I can have the warehouse here like this. That one's going to pop down there, and next one will go there like that. That's going to allow the stone to come through. It's going to empty out this lot, and the other thing is to remove that one. Put it down by a couple like this. Now, is that stone on one side of a belt there for a reason? Or is it just happens to be out on that side? So I can come down here and I can have a look. That comes down here. Okay, it doesn't matter if it goes onto two sides of the belt, because it's down there that I need it on one side of the belt, and there's nothing else that's using the belt at all. So that means that what I can do just for this bit is I can add in a little bit more of a belt over there like that. And it matters not which way around these are placed, although they're just going to go like that. So it's not going to be anything particularly special. I'll put two of those in here as well, and we'll drop that one in. Okay. Stone is now running through out of this system and heading all the way down to the bottom. The copper up here has stopped running. These are all going to be full with 200 in each, which means it's going to overload me when I try to empty all of this lot out. So what I'm going to do, instead of doing anything up there, is I'm just going to delete that one and allow this to slowly run its way out. Take that 8 and I'll drop it in there, and I don't need to be carrying crushed stone, I don't think, so I'll drop that in here as well, and then that can just sit there and wait until this lot has all been consumed. It may take a minute or two. So that's going to be... We'll do that until the copper is needed. So I'll go back now and we'll have a look at the tin copper wire and see if there is a way that I can just speed up moving some of this down, because I've got this copper wire is on just one side of the belt. And really, I could do with it being on two sides of the belt. Although once it gets down to this point, it's because of how fast these run. Like I can't. This belt is not fast enough to run all of these. What we need is to spread these apart slightly and have a double belt coming in with that copper wire on it. Definitely be a better way of doing this. But, I mean, we can leave that exactly where it is. I can have the tin going where that's going. And instead, what we do is we go up here, because we've got another bit that we're splitting off. And we're making another line of copper wire up here. So I'm making copper wire right there, and then that runs all the way up this way. We use a bit in these, and then it goes up further still and gets used up there for the last bit up the top. So if I'm making copper wire right here, this is only going on to one side of the belt, but I mean, I don't need to have those factories being the ones that I use. The tin comes down here. It's out, it comes onto that belt right there. So I could take the tin, I could bring the tin across over to here, and we could do another tinned copper wire production over this side. Couldn't we? We could do something like that, couldn't we? So I don't need to worry about the other tinned copper wire. That can just keep doing what it's doing right now. It's just not going to change anything. So if I was to have this one, put that there, it's not going to change anything at all, except it's going to have this one. So then I can bring a belt over this way. I'll have to do an underground belt under that one, I think, in a minute. I need to get the tin over. So I'm going to go back over to this side. That's the tin bars coming through. That's tin there. I'll bring this one, because I'm actually doing anything with that. So if I was to put an underground belt to there, like that. Now, where am I taking it? Down that way. Alright, so this underground belt is going to run here. It's going to come down a little bit further. We'll get to... Actually, it doesn't need to... I don't need to do that bit. I'll turn it that way. And then we'll run along here, like this. One there, and another one right there. And then we've got to come underneath and get to that point. So you will go there. We'll go 1, 2, and then we'll put you into the middle right there, and just over to this side, like that. And then I just put it onto there. Right, that's... No, that's not going to be tricky at all. I can just drop it there, and then I can pop it out over to, completely over to that side, like that. So if I connect up a belt here, like that, swivel you around and bring you over this way, like this. That'll join it out that way. I can run back through here. There's the copper. That's going to come down here and come in there like that. So that will then travel underneath, and it will come out down through this way. I've got another underground belt that will just go to that point. So then out comes the copper over here, and sorry, the tin over here, and I've got the copper cable on this side. And yeah, I suppose actually it might be a little bit better if that was on just one side of it. But again, that's not really going to matter. If I can separate this one. There's an easy way to do that, actually. If I was to put this one down here, like that. And then I have... a filter. Which can be anything. So we put the bars on that side. I put the filter on the right-hand side, like that. Which means that I only get... Right, I don't want it there, though. It's in the wrong spot. I'm just going to move you back. The easy way to do this is to just put that. So I've got my redundancy bit. Get rid of you. And then I can have a belt that will go over this way. We'll bring you down a little bit. And it will go out that way. I don't need anything complicated at all. I don't know why I didn't think of this before. Why don't I just bring that one down and join it in onto the side. And then I've got my copper and tin being loaded perfectly. So I can bring that one then back over this way. And I can run it down there like that. I can stop wherever. And I can then go to the small... I don't want to use up those red ones right there. I actually want to go and make some small electronic... crafting devices right in here. We want a production, and it's these electronics assembling machines. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes, we don't seem to be able to use them up very quickly on the other device. So if I put 2 of those in there, and then I just go 1, 2 like that, because of the speed that it's going to load them, and I put 1 out feed, I go into here, and we got green wire, we got red wire, which we're not going to use at the moment. We got copper cable from copper wire coils. So if you make coils, and then you break them down later on, it's basically a way to store them and move them faster, I think. I don't think you actually get any better quantities or anything like that. You know what, I'm not going to waste time looking through that now. So we'll just go with the copper cable recipe right there, a really simple one. And, nope, I don't want these. I want these. I want to leave a gap, leave a gap, leave a gap. And we'll do exactly the same. So we've got 2 loading in here. 1, 2, like that. And I'll also do it out on this side over here like this. We will put 1, 1, and 1. This one is going to do I want to offset anything? Let's not offset anything just yet. Let's keep this on just one side coming through like that. No, I don't want copper. What am I doing with the copper wire? No, I don't want copper cable at all. Wrong one. Fool. Tinned copper wire, that's the one I'm after, right there. And I will copy and paste that, drop it out onto, drop it and jump it at the same time. Drop it and dump it at the same time. Drump it. It's a new technical term. So I've now got the copper, the tinned copper wire coming out over this way. Which means that I can then bring that one up like that. And we'll go over here. We will underground belt that one all the way out over to that side. Where are you coming out? So you're coming out up there. So I will bring it over this way a little bit. Put you to that point just for a second. And let's go and have a look in here. So we got craft. It's the anode standard assembling machine. We want the zinc oxide and the tinned copper wire. So we want to put the zinc oxide onto a belt. And we also then want the wire as well. So if we drop that one down there like that, this one down here can run up here like this. That will go across and join in onto the side just there. And then I will also put 1, 2, leave a gap, 1, 2, and we put the thingy in the middle right there. And there's our ingredients for that one, which then I can run a... I'm actually thinking that we want to do this right here. I want to get rid of that one, and then I want to rotate that one around like that. And I want to bring it back up like that, so we don't actually need to go very far on this. And then we go and have a look in here. So anode right there is made as anode 2, and we need the assembly machine. We can't do it with the little electronics machine. It's got to be a standard assembly machine. And we put one of those here. Now, we also need to see. So we got 3 anode level 2 to go in there. Battery casing level 2, that's glass that we're going to need for that. Cathode 2, I need the tinned copper wire as well as the nickel plate. So I don't want that one to be up the top because I'm going to need this belt to run along the top to take that copper, the tinned wire over a bit further so we can go to the cathode. And then the battery casing cover is the level 1 thing that we're already making. Battery casing 2. Battery casing 1 gives 1 cover. Battery casing 2 gives 2 covers. 3 gives 3. 4 gives 4. So you actually get more of them out if you do it like this. Battery casing 3, battery casing 2. We want battery casing 2 right here, and this one is just glass. So, and glass is, the molten glass is made with glass mixture, which is made with silicon ore and lime, or just plain silicon ore. Silicon ore and lime is better because you get more for your money, you get more bang for your buck. alumina, silicon ore, and lime, but we don't have the advanced glass melting one just yet. And then there's another one there that we can go and use. So we don't want to do that, but it will be that one. So we're going to want to get a little bit more lime. So there's another stack inserter bonus. We'll go back to this one here now. We'll let that one carry on researching. So you get up to that point. Actually going to pop this one down here like this, and I'm going to go into there, and I'm going to filter out the zinc oxide there. No, I'm not. Yeah, I might as well. I can just filter out the zinc oxide. So zinc oxide will go up that side, which means that then over this way, I get that. So I can stand there and just pick up a few of these. I'll go back into here, and I've got this tinged copper wire right there. I've also got somewhere on my... There we go, 10 zinc oxide. I'm going to dump that down there because I don't want to be carrying them around. I've also got copper wire right there. Copper cable, rather, which I don't really want to be carrying around either. But we'll deal with that in a minute. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4 of those down through there. And we will have Angel's components in here. And this is going to be the battery component. So we want that one there, the anode level 2. And I'll copy that out, and I'll paste it down onto here. So we will just go 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll have belt down that way as well. And one further, and you. I'll leave this going on one side of the belt at the moment. We'll possibly change this over a bit later. I'm not entirely sure at the moment. So now we've got those bits. Next, I need to take this and run it out that way a little way. I then want to take the plates that we're getting in here. Actually, I want to turn that. I'm just going to go around that way. And I want to put 1, 2 like that. Those on there, and then they're going to load up that belt. We bring that belt back over this way, like this. She's going to just tuck it in onto the side, and bring that down to that point there. So I'll run over here like this. Put it down that way, and then you can go over here. So now I've got both of those being loaded on here. We'll just go into the vehicle solar panels. Bob's vehicle equipment in here. See, I research all this vehicle equipment. I'm probably not going to use it for a very long time. Automated rail transportation. Rails will eventually be something that would be quite handy for us to use. Flamethrowers, yeah, they'd be good. Cannon turrets. Ooh, what's that? What does that do? A cannon turret. That's a shotgun. Minimum range 10, range 30. It's the plasma turrets that I like. Plasma turrets, gun turret mark 2. Energy weapons. Laser rifle. Laser damage. Vehicle plasma cannon. Plasma turret. Those are the ones that I want. You know what? I'm gonna go with that research right there. I said I was going to work down through it, but apparently I'm not. There's a lot of stuff here that we could unlock. Robotics 2. Various different robotics things. We've got our hover technology right here, but that's the blue one, and we haven't got to that yet. We're still making batteries and stuff. Unfortunately, folks, that is all we have got time for today. A massive thank you to everybody who has earned their way into the Great Book of Names. To find out some more details about all the names coming past, please head into the description and click on the link to the Discord. It's a link to another video. The link is on the other video. Please also consider checking out the links there for Nitrado, who provide gaming servers for games like Farming Simulator, Minecraft, Ark, and several others. And there's also Fanatical, who will help support your gaming habit by providing you with cheap games and also giving me a small commission on anything that you buy using my link. If you've enjoyed this particular video, then please head down below and give us a like. And if you really enjoyed it, then please tell your friends all about me. Get them to come and watch as well. That would be awesome. And until next time, thank you very much for watching. This is Frithgar. Goodbye, and see you later.